Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're a returning Sabi, thank you so much for always clicking on my content. And if you're new here, karibu sana. I am a published author based in Kenya and I live in Kitengela, Kajiado County. I work from home and this is my home office. Today I wanted to talk about my office chair and also talk a little bit about just office chairs in general, especially for the home office. From the previous video, I had mentioned that I reupholstered this chair and it was in really bad shape. I will insert the footage so that you can see how bad it was. And the reason it stayed so long like that is because I bought this chair in 2011 and the fabric was getting torn and exposing the sponge, but the chair itself was perfect. I mean, it swivels, you can adjust the height, you roll it. It's a perfect office chair, which is what I bought it for. Writing is very, very hard on the body. You spend so many hours sitting, so it is so important to have a comfortable office chair. Now, these kind of chairs normally are, there's only one way to describe them. They're usually very ugly. They come in like black or gray or just some solid color. They look very officey chairs. And I know some people don't like to use them for their home offices because they ruin the aesthetic. So they go for these cute looking chairs which are more suited like for dining, but those chairs are terrible on your back. So I'm hoping my experience with reupholstering this chair will help somebody. So as I said, I stayed with this chair for a really long time, covered it with a gray shawl. I was not making a fashion statement. This is what I was covering up. You can see the pictures so you can see. So I decided it was more important to me to keep my chair, which I love, which I'm used to, which is great for my back, and find a good fundi who can reupholster it. So I was on the hunt for a fabric. The fabric I wanted was something called French script, and I hunted high and low. Abu, who you know is my fundi, searched and he couldn't find it. So we went to plan B, which is a fabric called newsprint. That's what we finally ended up getting. Found this fundi and he was able to get the fabric very, very quickly. And I remember the whole process. We only did it like 2 meters. I think they were costing like 600 bob a meter. And labor, transport, you can imagine from Donholm to Kitengela is so far, and I paid less than 5,000 to get this. Now, I know this is not everybody's cup of tea, but there's a reason why I chose this fabric. My background is in newspaper journalism, so I was writing for newspapers, and I wanted something that represents my career and what it is that I love. Because when you spend this many hours in an office, you kind of want it to speak to you, and I really love the way this chair turned out. He managed to fix it to reupholster it without breaking it in any way. It still works. It still swivels. Allow me to demonstrate. So you see, it's very nice. It can roll up and down. I can adjust it up and down. So it's still my old comfortable chair, but just with a new skin. So I know there are a lot of people out there who avoid these chairs because of that, but I'm here to tell you. In the same way, for instance, let's say you have your teenager's bedroom, or maybe these days after the pandemic, a lot of us are now working from home. So you have like a corner of your office, which you use. You put a desk and a chair, and you're worried that getting, the typical, office chair is going to ruin, the decoration that you've done in there. I'm here to tell you, in the same way, for instance, you can put wallpaper on your walls, or you can pick like a cute, bed cover, like for a child, their favorite cartoon, or you can do like a wall mural. You can do the same with an office chair. Just get your basic, affordable office chair, find a fundi who can do a good job. Anybody who's ever reupholstered a sofa would be able to do this work. And then that way you end up having this cute home office chair, and it works very well. And every time you look forward to sitting in that space, and every time you pass by, you look at it and it makes you smile. So that's what this chair has done for me, and I'm super happy with that. Okay, so now that the chair is done, and I'm now at least everything that was broken has been fixed. Now the finishing touches are not much. What I want to do is throw some art on the walls. I really like this print behind me, but I want to add something else over here. And then over here, I want to add probably a plant, okay? Then on this wall, I want to put like wallpaper, and then put like a big mirror, because I read like when you're in a small space, and I've already said I'm not crazy about this glass, this one-way privacy glass, because it filters a lot of light. But one trick you can do is with mirrors. If you place a mirror opposite a light source, like a window or a glass door, it reflects light and makes the space feel bigger. So we will see if that is true. So we're going to put a big mirror over here. And then the last thing we're going to do is put some art over there. And then on that little mini bookshelf, that was my very first TV console made in 1996. And it's still going strong. The top is a bit rough. I need to sandpaper it and then just give it a coat of varnish, but the books are doing a good job of covering that. So I think I'm going to put a plant on top over there. But before I do any of that, the priority is my desk. This desk, I love this desk. It's a solid desk. I got it, I think I got it in 2008. I bought it together with my bookshelf. So I've written all the books, all my books, except the first one on this desk. But unfortunately, I remember my clean shelf apartment, it used to be next to the window and the afternoon sun used to come in. So it bleached the top. So you can see it's become quite discolored. This you can tell is where the laptop would sit. And then that corner is where the printer would sit. So you can see they are darker than the rest of the desk. And if you look at this, okay, now it has all sorts of stuff on it. But if you look on this side here, this was the original color, which I don't really like, and it doesn't go with anything here. So this is not actually wood. This is like a veneer. So you can't sand it. Like the way I'm planning what I've just mentioned, like a mini bookshelf, to just sand it and revarnish. I can't do that for this because this is a veneer. So the plan is, I discovered a wonderful thing called contact paper. And so what I'm planning to do is keep the black parts black, and then these parts on the sides we're going to cover with white contact paper. And then the drawers, we're just going to cover all of them. And then again, keeping the black parts black. So now you can begin to see where I was going with this black and white chair. So right now, the desk and the chair are not really speaking the same language, but once I'm done, they will look more harmonious. I would really, really like to keep the tabletop wood because I really love this wood look. So I'm going to try and find something that's suitable. Actually, the lady, I had talked to Frida of Joymark Wallpapers. She's the one who's going to do this work for me. I had reached out to her about a year ago, but then the cover she had, the contact paper she had, was a very rustic sort of, actually even darker than my wardrobe doors, and I thought that was too dark for this space. I wanted to go lighter, but I've been keeping tabs on her postings, and I've actually seen she has a nice light wood look. So that's what I'm going to put on top of this. So I'll do this and then I'll do the other things. But yeah, I bought this from Odds and Ends. They were having a sale, and see, this is why you should just buy things of quality, because you can see this chair, I've had it since 2011. It still works. The only thing we need to change was the fabric. The desk, I've had even longer than that. And you can see it's a solid desk. It has served me so well. I'll continue to use it for many, many, many years. So if I can give you one piece of advice, don't go for cheap things. Just save up, buy a good quality, or go for those sales when shops are having those good quality stuff, when they're having sales, and they normally have annual sales. Just get a good quality desk that will serve you for a long time. So that is it. So that's it, guys, in terms of the finishing touches to the office. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe so that you don't miss out on upcoming videos. Let's continue the conversation in the comments, and please share so that other people may discuss my work. I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, remember, whatever you do, whatever life throws at you, you keep on dancing. Bye.